Hey wonderful human beings, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I share lots of vegan content and tips to help you live well. And today I thought that we'd do a what I eat in a day video. I've been doing a lot of these on my channel just because there isn't too much else I can share while everything's going on. I've been staying in, staying home. I'm in New York City where things are pretty bad. I think we are one of the most hard-hit cities. Yeah, I've been staying in, and I don't know about you, but I've been cooking more than ever. I feel like I'm cooking 2 times the amount I usually am just because it helps me limit going to the grocery store. I'm trying to get rid of things that I've had in my pantry forever, like you know that can of beans that you've had for 2 years that you're just never gonna use, stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to share some of my meals with you guys, inspire you if you're kind of bored with what you're cooking at home, and we'll just see how it goes. I have no idea what I'm gonna eat today, no plans whatsoever, but I will say my hair is kind of dirty and my nails are hanging on for dear life, so that's just what life has been like lately. Welcome to the kitchen. I've just discovered some frozen pancakes in the freezer, so I think I'm going to just heat these up. This makes for such an easy breakfast. Anytime that I make pancakes, I try to make a double batch or just make sure I have leftovers, and then I just pop them into a freezer safe container, and I'm going to show you how I reheat them because it's super easy. This is my fluffy chickpea flour pancake recipe, and I'm just using a stasher bag, which is freezer safe. I'll link both of those in the description box below. Yeah, let me show you how I heat it up. I just like to pop them into a toaster. This has been the best and fastest way that I've discovered. This specific pancake recipe, I feel like it's the best for freezing and retoasting just because it holds up really nicely. It's not mushy, it has like crispy edges, but it's still fluffy on the inside. So I highly recommend it if you're someone who likes to, you know, meal prep or wants an easy breakfast. This is definitely saving me a bunch of time today. Pancakes are done. I think I'm gonna have them with some date syrup, and I've been loving date syrup lately. It's a great alternative to maple syrup, just something with a little bit more flavor. To me, it kind of tastes like caramel. It's got more of a flavor profile, and I mean, it just tastes like dates, so if you think that dates taste like caramel, you'll probably think the same about these. It's a lot darker in color, and I have 2 brands here that I like, Julie's and Just Date Syrup. Both of them are single ingredient, which means that the only ingredients are medjool dates, and they're delicious. I think I'm just gonna use this one today because it's got this really handy squeeze top. Makes it easy to drizzle on your pancakes. I should probably be more civilized and use a fork and knife. I'm gonna finish these pancakes and then I will see you in a little bit. I'm really excited to make a matcha latte today, and I know that this is nothing new. I make them all the time, but it's different because I just got a milk frother and I've been obsessed with it. It has truly changed my latte life. Like, I was completely fine without one, and then after I got one, it's like I can't go back to having my lattes without all that froth, and it is harder to get good froth with plant milks. Whew, it's like a cloud in a cup. It's so fluffy. I wanted to make a matcha latte and also show you my new baby. This is my Smeg milk frother, and I just picked this up a couple days before I posted my most recent matcha YouTube video, which is up on my channel now, and I kind of feel like I want to make an updated version with this frother because it's a lot more luxurious, it's a lot more cafe style, something more special. That one that I posted was very basic. It's like the simple lazy matcha when I make it on a day-to-day basis, but lately I have just not been able to stop using my frother. The first day I got it, I actually had 2 lattes back to back because, well, I told myself I was experimenting with different plant milks, but in reality I just loved the experience and the process and the froth. We're gonna make the dreamiest matcha latte ever. All you do is just add your milk, and I'm gonna put it on the hot extra foamy level. I think there are 5 or 6 different settings on this, so it's really cool. And I am using this Trader Joe's organic soy milk, and I'll tell you why in a second. But all we do is just pour it in here. Ew, what is that? Something just came out in my soy milk. What in the world? Ew! And I'm just gonna use up the rest of what I have because it's not that much, and I'm gonna grab another box. Now, normally I do love a good homemade milk, but for frothing, this soy milk has been the best, and it has very, very simple ingredients: soybeans and water, and the froth is incredible without any added gums or oils. So big fan of that. And then we just push the button and let it go. frother's done doing its thing. Let me just show you this magic. Ready? Ready, ready? Look at this, it's an actual cloud. It's so thick, it's like spoonable. Now we just pour the matcha into the bottom. I guess it doesn't really matter what order you do it in, but this is how I like to do it. And then I take the cup off of the milk frother, and there's a little bit of warm, actually hot milk now on the bottom. And then after I pour that all in, I start spooning on our cloud foam. Just like, look at how magical that is. It's so satisfying. Oops, we're going for cafe quality here. It's insane, and this is just from soy milk. There's no gums, no fillers, no oils added to the milk. Obviously, a lot of store-bought plant milks, especially the barista version, will work very well. But I prefer to use something a little bit more natural if I do have a milk that is from the store, like silk oat milk or something like that. But otherwise, I love to keep it simple and home make my own. Almost just lost my camera. I feel like this is my camera's way of telling me to stop talking so much. So this is the drink, that's it. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that milk frothers would be like $25 to $50. Turns out they're $100 to $200, and the Smeg is definitely on the higher end of prices, and I feel like that's because they also focus a lot on design. But in comparison with all the reviews that I read about the two most popular, which are the Nespresso and the Breville one, those are the ones that were most recommended, this was really similar. I took a little bit of a chance because there were no reviews. There was like 2, whereas the Breville and the, why am I blanking? The Nespresso machine had probably like upwards of 500 to 1,000 reviews. But the reason that I chose this was because, honestly, looks. I wanted something that I was going to be really happy with forever, because it is an investment and you want something that will also look nice on your countertop. So I was like, why not just go for the higher end of things? So far, no regrets. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been having a little too much fun using my Smeg frother now. But that's it. I love it so much. It's been making staying at home a little bit more fun, because it's just nice to treat yourself and feel like you're going out to a cafe to have a latte with that extra foam, you know what I mean? So, how did I get foam on my nose? I'm gonna go finish this matcha, and then I'm going to attempt to save this disaster recipe that I was experimenting with yesterday, see if I can turn it into something edible for lunch. So I'll see you in a little bit. It's officially time to deal with something that I've been avoiding for a couple days now. This jar. Now, what is this jar, you ask? Well, it was supposed to be some kind of pasta sauce. I wanted to make a garlicky, creamy, cauliflower-based pasta sauce, and it ended up being just really bland. It needed more flavor, more savoriness, and a little bit more creaminess too. So I was thinking about what I could blend it with, and I was looking in the cabinet, which is where I have you guys propped up right now, and I'm thinking I don't want to do cashew because that's kind of my milk source right now, and I don't want to do tahini because you guys know, if you've made any of my recipes, I use so much tahini. So I'm thinking either beans or hemp seeds, both of which get actually really creamy when they're blended up. This just needs a little bit more of that. And then I have some kale in the fridge. Kale's actually a wonderful green to stock up on right now because it's a little bit sturdier and it holds up longer than spinach does, for example. And I want to put some into a soup, maybe like a creamy kale soup. Ooh, cream of kale soup. Does that sound good? I don't know. I hope that I have white beans on hand because white beans are really soft naturally, so they're really easy to blend. But otherwise, I'm gonna probably just opt for chickpeas or maybe even black-eyed peas. Yeah, right now is a time where you just have to use what you have on hand. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm really winging it, you guys. Mystery soup in the pot. Broth is tasting better already. Oh yeah, I think that's actually ready to blend, so I'm gonna blend it up so that the beans make it nice and creamy. Back on the heat, adding in some kale to finish. I just brought the soup over here by the window to take some photos because I think I'm actually gonna put this recipe on the blog. Cannot believe it, this is really delicious. It's like a creamy kale soup. And that's that. She really had a glow up. You have to try this once the recipe's up. So, We are back at the blender. I just want to make a really quick smoothie as a snack in between my lunch and dinner because my lunch was really hearty actually. For a soup, it was very nutrient dense, very filling, very creamy and rich. But I just feel like I need a little something. So I'm gonna make a quick protein smoothie, and this will definitely be a quarantine version because I just don't have what I usually have on hand. So frozen spinach. Quite a lot actually. I like to use a lot of spinach because I feel like it's very flavorless. Great way to sneak in your greens. Next, adding some frozen blueberries and about a tablespoon of ground flax seeds for omega-3s. Now some cinnamon. I freaking love cinnamon, so I always put a lot. Next, I'm adding protein powder. This is the protein powder that I've been using for the last 2 months or so. Before this, you guys may remember, there was only one brand that I would use for the longest time ever. But I tried this brand and one more brand. I actually like both, but this was my favorite out of the two, and I like it even better than what I was using before. So it's Sprout Living Epic Protein. And before anyone freaks out, I know it says collagen on here. I assure you it's vegan, 100% vegan. As you can see, it just contains ingredients that boost your body's natural ability to create collagen. Highly, highly recommend it. Probably one of the best tasting, smoothest in terms of texture, like no grittiness. And the scoop is small. Some protein powders that I've had, the serving size is like this big. There's one vegan one in particular that I know of that like the powder scoop is so freaking big and your whole smoothie just turns into like dust. All right, enough about that. I'm gonna add some plant milk. I officially just ate dinner in bed. This is a new low for me, but it is what it is, I guess. All right, friends, I think that is the end of this video. I don't think there's anything else I'm really gonna be eating. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be trying to do some more requests that you guys have been sending me. See you guys in another video soon. If you made it all the way to the end of this very long video, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm sending you love and all the well wishes, and yeah, I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.